I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. I'm an hour, no, I'm 50 minutes late for my live. Sorry, guys. Wow. Group layout, shift 3. Group layout. Not sure what group layout I want. I only have. Okay, guys. We are live. It is now 10 to 1 p.m. on a August the 14th. Half the month of August gone. Then we've got September, October 19th. I'll be heading to Mexico for 6 months. Well, roughly 170 days, 175 days in there somewhere. I don't like to push the whole 180-day thing. They're starting to clamp down on that. The sea salt and black pepper cashews. Yikes. Sorry, guys, that I didn't show up exactly at noon. Like I said it was, you're probably waiting for me, and then you look and you see, he didn't show up. So, sorry about that. Get yourself your favorite drink. Stream Elements is working. Let's check out to see if StreamYard is working. Or StreamYard. Streamlabs. We'll try some chips, see if that's working. And it looks like I can't. Having trouble connecting? Please check your internet connection. Having trouble connecting. There again. We are on Shaw Open, which should work. It's going off and on. The Wi-Fi here is bloody horrible. Connecting. Connect to Shaw Open. Shaw Open says it's connected. Oh boy. Well, the slots work. That's scrolling again. Son of a gun, anyway. Nomadic Vanman, you got a sparkling heart, a heart pulse, and a Nomadic Vanman. Right on. Lost some money. A gamble of 200. Let's see what we get there. Must be a bad day for Wi-Fi today. Guy Mudness. Even the gamble doesn't work. Gamble 200, eh? Okay, let's go to the slots 500. Come on, baby, you can win. Please check your internet. Connected to Shaw Open. Come on. We're crying in the sink already. Oh. I think I reduced the gamble top to 200. Sorry, guys. That's probably what it doesn't even tell you to say 500 is too much. And slots, yeah. That doesn't work either. I won 200 because I got a Nomadic Vanman, a Sparkling Heart, and a Heartbeat. I got one, all of each different kind, so I won. Right on. Okay, so how come Gamble doesn't work? Gamble 200 again, and then we'll try Gamble 100, unless I got it marked wrong or something somehow. I'm gonna have to go back and have a look at that. Bloody Wi-Fi is just no good. Look at that. Even Streamlabs is not working correctly. What the heck is going on? Okay, let's go here. I'm beginning to not like StreamYard at all. Streamlabs, reload. Come on, baby. You can do it anytime. Streamlab dashboard. There we go. Let's continue with the YouTube side. And let's see what we get. Should log me in. And then the bot. Well, it's got to be on because it's doing the slots, but not the gamble. Oh, well, internet's bloody horrible. I don't blame you. Okay. We have slots working, but the gamble does not work for some reason. Let me try slots again just to see what I can get. I won last time because I changed it. Okay, slots 200. Let's see what happens here now. Give it a minute. And skull and crossbones. I lost 200 that time. Okay, sign in to Google account. Reload. StreamYard. What about, okay, heist 200. Let's see what happens there when we go for heist. Ahoy, matey. Okay. Ahoy, Capitan. We're going to go on a heist. And let's sign in with that criteria. And next, with the secondary criteria. Okay. What's the heist going to bring? I think I have it set for a minute. Possibly a minute and a half before it actually does something. Maybe 2 minutes. Taking its sweet time. Okay, so I wonder if nobody else gets in, whether that's going to make that difference or not. No, results. Nomadic Vanman. You made it from the Blackheart Island. Right, with a handful of blunder. Right on. 350. Over and above. Now, how come gamble doesn't work then? Maybe I have gamble turned off. Come on, baby. Mr. Ronnie Braun. You're using Walmart Wi-Fi. You should be fine. I'm using Shaw Open Wi-Fi, and I'm not doing fine at all. I'm getting ticked off, bounced out, bounced in, back and forth. I didn't even know if you can hear me. I've been trying to get this stupid gambling thing to work again, and it has problems. I've changed a few things. I made it. Oh, good. Great that you can hear me. See, it doesn't even give me a gamble. I made it lower. Okay, I'm trying to do a few things differently. The gamble, I set it up to, at the max you could bet is 200. It's not coming on. You can see it here. It's just sitting there. I typed in gamble 200. It's not doing anything. I can type in slots now. Slots maximum, I think, of 200. But I made it easier to win. I made gamble harder to win. Not necessarily harder to win, but harder to get a higher account. Now, Michael, hello, friend. Can't stay long. Just wanted to stop and show support and love. Thank you very much, Michael, for showing your support. And Tommy's in the house. And gee, you guys, my Wi-Fi is horrible today. I've been getting kicked off. And well, how you doing there, Michael? I still need from you, if you're still willing, or what have you, or you don't have to. You said you were going to send me some pictures one time, some of your top-notch choice pictures. I can post on one of my lives, not my lives, one of my videos. If you still have, and if you still want, I think you probably know my email. You can just get a hold of me. And thanks, Michael, for popping in. I've to keep you up to date on everything. I've because I've read the New Testament a couple of times, and I'm not reading it right at all. I know I'm not reading it correctly to actually understand what's going on there. I'm just reading it as a book, and I don't think that's how you really should read the Bible. It should be read as trying to learn and understand. It's just that, I mean, when Jesus talks, he talks about everything being so simple so that children can understand and things. I'm an adult and I don't understand. I wish I had a child's mind that way, and I could pick things up. Yeah, how I see it. You changed your channel name to Michael How I See It. That's cool. I like the way you use the word I in there. Okay, if YES is yes. YES is yes. What's EYES? How do you say that? EYES. So YES is yes. What is EYES? How do you say that? Mr. John Chucker. John. Oh, you did put up one video. I'm going to have to go look. I didn't realize that. Maybe that you've changed your channel name. Maybe I'm not even subscribed. I better go have a look. John, I went to your, because I saw your stuff that you bought on Amazon there. I started watching your your playlist again. I did it once, and I'm doing it again. Just clicking them on and letting them play, and that should give you some hours. I don't know if it'll give you the hours that I watched a second time. We look at through child's eyes. We look at it through child's eyes, through a child's eye. Yeah, I wish I could. I'm trying to see it. I think I'm having difficulty too because I'm going to go to Mexico this winter for 6 months, and because I don't pay rent here in Canada, I live in a vehicle. Like if I had to pay rent here in an apartment or a house, and then have to go to Mexico, I couldn't do that because then I'd have to pay 2 rents. This way, I'm paying 1 rent when I go there. My van is just going to be parked for the winter. I'm not going to take my van. I'm just going to fly there. But the money that I spend on gas here now, I can use that towards my rent in Mexico. And the nice thing about it is, the dentist in Mexico, they've known me for 10 years. 10 years ago, I went there for the first time, and I was their biggest patient at the time, the biggest money-wise patient. I had a full mouth restoration, and they really appreciated me. And 10 years later, I call them back, and they still know me. So I went down again to get my teeth fixed. Wait a minute. What does Michael say here? Thank you. Yes, sir. John Chalker is in the house here. A whole video. I could be in a dinner for the day. And oh, gee, I lose concentration on what I was saying. Oh, my dentist friends in Mexico. He owns houses and apartments. He says, come to Cancun. I have a house for you at very, very, very cheap Canadian dollars. Well, I can afford that. So why not spend 6 months down there? So I'll be going in October 19th to April 12th or something like that. Now, as far as the Bible thing goes here, New Testament, I've read, I think, a couple times. And I think, Michael, we had talked about this. I should be learning it like you suggest. And I'm not doing that. That's probably why I don't understand what's going on. I'd like to be able to read a verse or two. And I know even biblical scholars and what have you can't even interpret the Bible. It's so complicated, so complex. So that's why I follow a few people online that I think know how to interpret it. And then just by listening to others. But I read the New Testament, like I said, a couple times. And to me, it just seems like a storybook. And maybe that's what it's supposed to be like. One book explains everything. And then we get into, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Jesus is speaking more. It's saying certain things. Then the next books farther on, they sort of repeat what other books have said, but maybe in a different way. So yeah, you'll bump into a lot of repetition of what was said by different, written by different people. But because I don't think whoever wrote the Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Peter, whoever wrote those books, didn't write all of them, wrote a lot of them, but not all of them. So, I mean, inspired by God, he said, you write this, you do this. So whatever they wrote is inspired by God. So what was written there, is just like, to me, it's like over and over and over again, whether it's like pounding it into you or, I mean, those were probably many, many, many years apart too. Those people that were writing those at different times. Anyway, it's the Old Testament that I find very hard to read, um, especially some books like Psalms, King's versions, and all that, just to know who all the kings were. Um, so that's why I'd like to bounce around and see. It would be nice if I could read something somewhere in the New Testament and then remember that, oh yeah, it said something exactly like this in the Old Testament. So if I go back there and read it, because that was written first, and blah 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 blah, I don't know, I have to do that. Dear RB Vanman, the way you're supposed to read the Bible is supposed to read it from cover to cover once a year. And that is right away to read the Bible. That's the right way to. Well, it all depends how you want to learn there, John. Let me just get my Bible here and show you. Well, I have several Bibles. Not that one. This one here this is the King James, thee and thou and all that kind of. But let me show you how they do Bible study in this particular Bible. And then you learn it in the proper order. Now, these are all the miracles. The miracles of Jesus Christ. The miracles, 37 miracles. The parables of Jesus Christ. There was 39 parables. Okay, here we go. 1 year of reading the Bible, John. In January, and then it's got the date, January 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down to January 31st. And here are, in the morning, you would read Matthew 1 on the 1st. At night, you read Genesis 1, 2, and 3. On January the 2nd, you read Matthew 2. At night, you read Genesis 4, 5, and 6. And you do this all the way down to the end of January. Then you get into February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Once you get down to the end of December, December 31st, you read 2 Peter 22 in the morning, and in the evening, you would be reading Malachi, the whole thing of Malachi, I guess. And that, my friend, is the whole Bible from cover to cover. And it deals every single day on what you should be reading in the morning, at night. And it's not very long, just a verse here, a verse there. But it's supposed to be in such an order that you can understand it a lot better. So, I love you, my dearest brother. I guess I can pop these up on the screen. I love you, my dearest brother. Okay, check out my channel. Yes, I will. Sorry to put that on your live. I will call you soon and we will talk about it. The Bible is a love letter from God. Yeah, that's right. And you know what, Michael? Before you go, I just wanted to tell you that you gave me that saying, and I use that to this very day. And I hope you don't mind. You taught it to me, and that was the saying about if nobody has told you they loved you today, let me be the first. I love you all to the end. And that's the saying that Michael has taught me, and I use that quite often. And I mean those things, or I mean that. So, hello, everyone. William Brody. William Brody. William. Well, how you doing, my friend? William Brody. Yes, it is. Sorry to put that on your live. No, I don't know what you mean there, Michael, putting something on my live that you didn't think was appropriate or something. No, cool. I don't talk about religion very much online. Some people don't like it at all when you talk about that. But if you want to discuss those things, amen, my brother. This is John Chalker, Waterbury, Connecticut. I love you, my brother, and have a safe and blessed Sunday. Every Sunday evening. Love you also, Nomadic Vanman, for holding up your Bible on your channel. Well, the thing is, I didn't want to. It's pretty easy to make people upset that don't like the Bible. Now, I do have this Bible. Oops, sorry. Let me get that out of the way so I can see you. I do have this Bible. It's a King James Version, but it is in kind of understandable English. But there again, it is not. Okay, I thought this one was different. This one says KGV, King James Version. It's the NKE version, or what have you. It doesn't have thee and thou and all that in it. Easier to read, but believe it or not, there are some scriptures in here that are missing. If you go to my real Bible, this one is a King James, but it's thee and thou, like the original King James, with very big writing and really nice folding. You know, this one, I don't care about the cost. If you're going to buy a Bible, this one is a great Bible. It's soft, it's supple, the leather is beautiful. I should have a nice case for it. This one is my pride and joy. That's the one I read from. This is my first Bible that I got with all the thee and thou is gone. Basically the same. I bought this one first and didn't know about Bibles. This one is a King James Version Bible, but it is, it doesn't say N like the new King James. It just says KGV, which is. But I come across on YouTube the like book so and so chapter or verse so and so, and it wasn't there. It had a star way down. It wasn't even listed here. Anyways, check out your channel information. My channel info. Is Tommy still in the house? If you are, Tommy, could you put up Michael's? I think I must have. Oh, but maybe with the change, the channel change, it might not be on there. Sorry, Michael. How I see it, a link to the channel. Unless you're already a moderator, I don't know. I don't know if you are a moderator, Michael. Now, if it is, it'd probably get Michael's old. Maybe my bot is not running correctly. I tried to do Gamble, and Gamble wouldn't work. I thought Michael was a moderator, but you see, I've changed the gambling game. I made gamble, the word gamble, harder to win. Not necessarily okay. It's still going to pay out from 25 and up. That's the new King James version. Does have verses missing. Yeah. This new King James version has verses missing from it. Isn't it in Revelation that says you shall not take anything away from the Bible? Which means you shouldn't change or take out verses, especially or even adding them in. I am on my tablet. Okay, let me see what's happened to my bot. Let me try to log in and see what's going on here. Oh, but Stream Elements is the bot that does that, not Streamlabs. I don't know, guys. Ever since I lost my channel to the hacking system there, I've just been Michael's channel. Oh, thanks, Tommy. There's nothing wrong with talking about being a Christian on YouTube. Nothing to be ashamed about being a Christian. No, I know. And as a matter of fact, sometimes when I do talk about it, makes me feel good because, hey, you're sort of proud of the fact. Well, thanks, Tommy. She's a real work of art, that one. She does things that I can't do. And I know there is nothing wrong. And I did last week or the week before, or whenever one of my lives, just lately, somebody was on there and somebody just asked a simple question about Bible, and one person said, "Oh, I'm out of here." So, okay, I guess if you're out of here, you're out of here. Don't let me stop you. Oh, good. There's the link, guys. I might have to edit the beginning of this. The only problem is, I think I've explained this to you guys before. I'm using StreamYard to live stream today. And over on the right-hand side, you can see the chat box. You can see people typing in. Now, if after the live is over and I go into the live stream and I say, well, I want to cut off the first few minutes because there was nothing happening for 5 minutes at the beginning. I want to cut that off. The minute you edit a live stream, like I'm doing here, it turns it into a video. So now there's no more text on the side, which means nobody can read what people are saying unless I pop it up on the screen like that. Then people can read it, but they won't be able to see the text on the side. So it'll be just a video, no more text. So that's why when I use Stream Labs, I put the text on the screen that people are typing in. It might be in the way or take away from certain things. But when I edit the video, then all that chatting, the text will be on the screen still. So you can still read it, although it's now a video. So that's why I use that. But using StreamYard, I can't do that. I can't put the text on the screen like I can in StreamYard. Okay, Stream Elements. Cancel. How come I can't go into Stream Elements? And Michael has his channel up. Hang on. Michael, how I see it. Okay, I'm going to go there. And see if I'm subscribed at all. YouTube, now my computer's really getting slow. Click on YouTube and it's taken a whole that long. Okay. Michael, how I see it. There we go. Michael, how I see it. I am not subscribed. There we go. We are now a subscriber. And uploads. July 31st, my birthday. July 31st. I was 70 years old. Okay, let me just see what this video is here. It says July 31st. My goodness. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear this from this. Oh, wow. Oh, all the rocks got formed like that with running water. Amazing. Cool video there, Michael. I don't know where that is, but how that's all got eroded like that. Well, we're going to put a like on there. And Sharon, Tyler, Water Girl, what do you know? I know some of these people. And I'm going to put a comment. Oh, thanks for showing me. Thanks for showing me the stream. Right on. And there we go. We did a comment. Right on, Michael. We're on your... Oh, sorry, Daryl. I didn't see you pop in. Okay. You're at the Overlanding Show and Shine. Overlanding Show and Shine. Oh, wow. They have an Overlanding Show and Shine there. Must be kind of neat. I saw two vehicles in Medicine Hat today. Or not today. One today and one a couple of weeks ago. Big, like, trucks from Britain. Huge, massive tires on this one. It was like tires that were about up to my waist or higher. British plates on that one. and he just bought a military big truck, took the back of it off and put a flatbed on, and then put a big box on there that they live in. Big, huge, massive thing. It cost him to get it from Germany to Halifax was 5,000 euro, whatever that is, 5,000 euro to get that vehicle from Germany to Halifax is where they landed. Then today I saw another one similar to that. Now, I don't know what they were called. It's a funny name for those things. Germany, they all have their own names. This one wasn't quite as big, had smaller tires, and but it looked similar. The front, and then the box on the back. Thank you, Michael, for popping in. I am now subscribed to your channel there. I went and had a look, saw your video, put a comment on. Cool. We're in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Love you all. Thank you, my friends. God bless you all. Thank you, Michael, for popping in. Take care. Chewing on a few peanuts, but yet I feel like I'm hungry. Yet when I eat a few, I don't feel like I should be eating. Daryl, were you not stateside there for a while? Didn't you go to a meetup or something? I didn't quite follow the whole way, but I saw you said you were going some 800 kilometers away, which is like, an 8-hour drive. So you must have went to some sort of van meetup or something. And aren't you having one this September? Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it. I'm not coming to Vancouver this winter. If I was, I might come early. Like I usually go in October, November. But see, that's the thing. I have to be in Alberta for 6 months. So if I'm back in April, that's October, November. If I'm there for all of October, so that's October, November, December, January, February, March. That's 6 months already. March. So I gotta go home at the end of March, so that I know that Alberta government won't know whether I'm here for 6 months exactly, but I just don't want to push the fact. And not only that, my doctor phones me and says, "Can you come in for your appointment?" And I said, "Well, tomorrow or the next day, because I got to drive all the way from Vancouver." So then he gets mad at me for, he says, "Well, why don't you move there?" So I don't want to jeopardize my Alberta health care. Right now I'm covered. And in my opinion, well, otherwise you'd have to, if they take, you see, the doctor can say, you're out of the province for more than is necessary. We have to take Alberta healthcare away on you. So what do you have then? You have to become a citizen of another, or a resident of another province. So anyways, I thought you said something about September. You were going to have a meeting. Now I'm not going to Mexico until the mid-October. So that's October till November, December, January, February, March, April. So if I come back in April, and there I'm even pushed even harder, it's 180 days, which is 6 months. But you don't want to make it exactly 180, because when you go to Mexico, that's when they can That's when you land and they're accepting you into the country. They can either say yes or no. Doesn't matter how long your flight is. Like I booked a return flight in April, but if they tell me that I can't stay there that long and I have to come back in 3 months, well, then I have to change my my return flight. You're driving out to a location to film, are you? Okay. I sent you a letter. That's cool. 7 months. They give you an extra month. Yeah, you should be getting some postage here pretty soon. But yeah, medical across Canada is different in each province, but yet I can still go to any province and walk into a walk-in clinic and not pay a penny. It's pretty good that way. When I go to BC, if I ever go to the walk-in clinic, you just walk in, walk out, which is great. But each province does have its own medical system there too. So, should we make it a surprise? No, I just sent you some stickers for your. Usually, people that put money in my PayPal account, they deserve at least a couple of stickers. And that was a That was a birthday gift. Thank you very much. I hit the big 7-0. To me, that's older than dirt now. So, let me tell you about flying drones. I have a license for my drone because it's bigger than 250 grams. So I have a license, paid my money, it's registered with the Alberta, with the Canadian government, ready to fly. I know the laws, where to go, what to do. But last year, I don't know if I told you guys, but last year my drone, I was using a third-party app, and my controller tells me, yeah, okay, I got a tablet. But on the controller itself, it also tells me what altitude I am, how far away I am, and what speed I'm moving. It doesn't tell me where I'm pointed. It just says you're either going away or coming to. So what happened was that third-party app I was using did something. The screen froze up. So now I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the drone or where it was. The numbers on my controller also went blank, which means I don't know how high it is. I don't know if it's moving. I don't know how fast. I don't know which direction. Although I do know, I hope that if I let go of the control sticks, not like a whoop drone, but a regular cinematic drone, will just stop and hover. And I had it up about 60, 70 meters up. And I knew which way I started to go. And it was, when I lost connection, it was 100 meters away. So it stayed there. I thought, oh, well, I got my license number on it. I got my phone number on there. If somebody finds it, I just thought, well, it's going to land somewhere, hopefully in a good spot. Next day, I got a phone call. I didn't know it was a little girl, just a young girl's voice, said, how would you like to pick up your drone? We found it. I said, oh, cool. So she said, do you know such and such a place? And I said, no, I don't know that area of town. Then she said, do you know where the school is? And I said, no, I don't know the school. How about the A&W? Yes, I know where that A&W is. Then a man's voice came on and said, you're not meeting my daughter anywhere. You're coming to my house to pick up your drone. So I said, well, what's the coordinates? I'll be right over. So he gives me the coordinates. When I get over there, he's got my drone in his hand, asking me all sorts of questions and just staring at me, not saying anything. Then he just hands me the drone. And I said, thank you. And he said, how did you lose it? And I said, I told him the story, but the numbers just went off. He knows nothing about drones because he did not know there was a video card in there. So I left. I went back to park at Walmart and I made myself some supper to eat. The police come, knock on my door. And they said, you have a drone? I said, yeah. He said, you were flying over and some kids picked it up and you're trying to lure these kids somewhere into your van and what have you. I said, wait a minute, just hold it right there. Don't you ever start accusing me of child pornography or anything like that. I don't want to be associated. But because this guy had phoned the police and said, this guy, drone guy, is looking to catch, to do something with my kids, that's in their report, right? So nothing happened to me at all. Because the footage that I got off my drone, it showed my drone hovered and is standing there hovering about 30 feet off the ground. And I see 3 kids walk up. It's in a park. I see 3 kids walk up and they're waving and they're speaking. And there's no microphone, so you can't hear. But they're probably saying, hi, hello, what have you. And then they just walk away because the drone isn't moving. It's just sitting there. A little while later, I could see the drone come down and it lands. Now the battery's dead. It's gonna sit there. The next day, those kids went and picked that drone up, phoned that number on there and got a hold of me. So now I can see the video. So I told the police that and they said, oh, you're not trying to do anything. But my name is in the books though, in their records. That was last year. Sorry for the long story. Another one is yesterday, I went to a place called Echodale Park. I flew my drone across the river to look at the cliffs on the other side, beautiful cliffs on the other side. Came back and I pushed return home, came back and landed. As it's coming down to land, some guy about 50 feet away from me is hollering at me and saying, you're flying your drone and I'm changing my kids' diapers in my car here and you're flying your drone right above us. I looked over and I said, excuse me, sorry. And my drone was ready to come down. So I look away and I follow my drone to get it down to the ground. I get it down on the ground and I could see that guy. He's walking back to his car though, but he's always looking at me and he's taking video and what have you. And I thought, oh, well, he doesn't want to come and talk to me. Okay, so I left the park, came back to Medicine Hat, which is about 10 kilometers away. I'm sitting at an A&W, and a police walks up to me. He says, Wayne? I said, yes, hello. He said, you have a drone? I said, yes. He says, well, this is the second time you are flying your drone and you're looking for kids. And I said, how did you know about the first one? I said, you see, that's a year ago that you have that in record, that I was looking at kids and I was not. And I said, this time you're accusing me of the same thing. I was not. Somebody phones that doesn't like drones, doesn't care about drones, has a kid and maybe saw on YouTube, hey, all I got to do is phone the police and they'll be after this guy. So that's what he did. He doesn't come and talk to me and say, why are you doing this or giving me shit for something? He just phones the police. Now this cop comes and I said, look, I have video. I have proof of where I was. I can show you that I was on the other side of the river videoing. And when you come back home and I'm 100 meters up this time, and I said that drone might sound like it's right on top of you, but it could be 100 meters away. It's just so high up you can't even see it. So he saw the whole video. He said, look, I understand. When I put my report in, he's not going to mention anything about child stuff. And I said, but that's in my records forever. They think I'm a child, molester or something. And that will be in my records for my driving license records forever. You can't get that out. So anyway, that really bothers me a lot, that my name is concerned with child molestation, child pornography, child this, child that. They never have said, well, let's look at your computer for that kind of stuff. But all it takes is people out there that are upset with drones. They don't like them. They don't want to have anything to do with them. They'll find some reason to make it hard on you. I don't. It's my pastime hobby. I don't go telling them about stop doing this, stop doing that. That's their hobby. What if I was to phone the police on this guy and said, hey, somebody's changing their diapers on a kid over there, and right in front of me, and I call the police, like, or whatever excuse. But no. So anyway, now I got 2 strikes or 2 things. The police are going to, if they ever stop me for any other drone thing, they're going to say, hey, you had some sort of kids there. Well, they were changing their diapers inside the vehicle. That's the whole thing. My drone was going to come in for a landing. I pointed the camera straight down. I can see my van straight down. So I'm above my van. And his cars are way over here. And I don't see no people. Nothing. He's inside his vehicle changing his diapers. So, and he's walking across the road to me and telling me he's changing his kids' diapers out here, and I'm flying a drone right above them. Like, it was in his car to begin with. So you see, anybody that does fly drones out there, be aware. I know the laws. I know the rules. Don't fly over crowds of people. If I'm flying my drone somewhere and I cross a sidewalk and somebody happens to be walking under there, that's just too bad. Nobody can do anything about that. You can't really fly on private property. I do fly illegally as far as height and as far as how far away I go. Because in reality, the real rules of flying a drone in Canada are, you have to make notes. You got to take a book with you and write in that book where you're flying, everything about it, how high you're going to go, how far you're going to go. You got to write everything down about your flight, time, everything. Then you have to have another person beside you. That's, if you're going to fly with goggles especially, you have to have a spotter person that's watching. And a drone, especially if you're flying those mini drones, which are smaller, how far away can you go before you can't see it anymore? Not very far. So my drone is a little bit bigger, not much, but I can only fly at the same distance you can, and you can't see it anymore. Especially when you're up in the sky, if you look, and you're not very far away, you can see it. It's right there. You look down at your controller, you look back up, now you can't find that thing anymore. Even if it's sitting still, it's just like seeing a big jet way up there. You look at it and you can see it go, you can see the streaks, but let's say you can't see those streaks, there's nothing there, just an airplane going, and you look away and you look up, try to find it again. I mean, it might be 30,000 feet up, but a minute ago you saw it and it was big or bigger. So that's the whole idea. You have to keep somebody watching that drone. Then you cannot fly over crowds of people. I can fly over certain people to get away, and you have to be 30 meters away from a crowd. Not necessarily above them 30 meters, but going above them doesn't matter if you're a mile high. You can't do that. You have to be 30 meters away. So that guy was just, anyways, it bothered me. It's still bothering me today. That's why I'm talking about it. Anyway, I can't get it off my thing. I told the police, I said, can you go in there and take off what was on there before? And he said, no, I can't do that. So there it is. It's on my record forever. Yeah. So, okay, what happened to my bot? Cloud bot. It's on. What do you know? What about modules? Gamble. Gamble is on. So, gamble is now set to, aha, I missed a zero on the gamble. No wonder it doesn't work. Minimum 20, maximum 200. But you still, the payment still starts at 25. So if you get 1 to 25, you get nothing. From 26 and up, you get either 1 times or 2 times or 3 times your amount. And I changed the slots too. I made the slots a little easier to get to win things. So let me just try the slots. I think that'll, and I think I made that one only 200. So I made 200 the highest of everything. So it's harder to gain a lot of money at one time. And I have put on, oh boy, skull. There's 3 complete separate ones. Now, if I had a pair of something, at least then it would pay out. And I've only got four items on that. Wow, you rolled a 26. 26 is 1 digit above you. If at 25 you'd lose. 26 you won. Now I also added, Tommy, I don't know if you can have a look. It would be nice to have a picture of all the things that you could buy. I took off all the stuff that you could buy, redeem, except for a couple of ones that I really like. You can't use them on StreamYard because it can't play the picture on if it's a pictured one. If it's a redeem item that you can have, you can grab, like a bracelet or zipper pulls. But I've added one. It's an Amazon gift card, $5 Amazon gift card, and you need 10,000 points to redeem that. So I've added that. I don't have to pay shipping on gift cards. So I may put up different gift cards on there, like a $5 gift card, a $10 gift card, which is a little bit more. 10,000 points might be, I don't know, whatever, not 20,000, like double, maybe 15 or something. I have to make it so that you can't come in and play the games and win it in one day. You're going to have to come back. I don't know how many times. You're going to have to come back a few times to get that much money to buy those things. And then I might put on if you want a paracord item or any kind of physical item that I have to ship. Well, I don't know. I really should be paying the shipping, but I think if I state something like, yeah, you can win this, make it maybe even easier to win that, but you have to pay the shipping. And I don't know, 5, if I make everything out of paracord, that would be roughly the same cost to ship. Like a belt, forget it, but like a bracelet, a necklace, or whatever, a ring, anything made out of paracord should be no more than $5 to $10 for shipping. In Canada, anyway. The US is cheaper. So, anyway, heist. Okay, I should be able to do my slot machine again. I can win at this. I should be able to win at this thing. Going on. All you need is a pair and 1 extra. Any 3 of a opposite or 3 things that are not the same, you lose. Okay, I got a sparkling heart, a heartbreak, and a skull and crossbones. Sparkling heart, a heartbeat, and a skull. Oh, because it's got 2 heart things in it. I won. See, I won 200. Bingo on the slot machine. Now there's a cooldown period. Let's see how long it is. Now it should say and I think I made the maximum for heist is at 200 or something also. Slots is a cooldown of 57 more seconds, so I must have had it on for. Ahoy, Captain Nomadic Vanman is trying to get a crew together for treasure hunt. Type in heist and an amount to join. I think you wanted to start one, but you just put heist and forgot to put the amount in there. You're going to have to experiment. I can't make Streamlabs, like if the limit is 200 at the most, I can't. And if you put in 500, I can't make it tell you, say, oh, Tommy, She-Devil, you entered too much money. Or, well, if it's not enough, it's taking its time. I don't see anything happening for your amount you put in. Why? It should be saying that you joined. Give it a moment. Give it a moment. Results, Nomadic Vanman. I made it back. It didn't add you. It did not add you, Tommy. Oh, I know why. I know why. I don't know if you know why. Look at what you wrote there above. And then look at what you wrote above that. Like, you'll see. I don't know why it didn't work for you the first time. You try a heist this time. I can't do it. I get a cooldown period. But I don't know if you can notice, but above this one here, oh, let me highlight it for you. This is the one you wrote. Can you see why that won't work? There you go. Okay, now you got to put an amount in there. I'll let you do it again. Heist and then an amount. And I will follow along this time. I don't. There's a cooldown period of, I don't know, 5 minutes or 2 minutes or a minute for me to do it again. And that heist that you wrote right here, it's all perfect except it's got no amount. There you go. Bloody thing anyway. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to put my 200 in. And we'll see what happens. I think it's got a minute or a minute and a half or 2 minutes before, well, a minute is pretty long, a minute before it comes back and says, hey, ahoy. And I am going to make a quick outside thing. I got to set that back outside there. Ahoy, Nomadic Vanman has joined the treasure hunt, but doesn't say how much money. I'm going to be back in 2 seconds. Hang on. Oh. It's still like hotter than ever outside here. Holy smokes. We have had a heat wave for longer than, I don't know, seems like a month. Now, I am going to have to leave my van all winter long, and it could be getting into the minus 30s. Not all the time, but it could be in the minus 30s. So I've got to take some stuff out of my van. Okay, a crew of, let me just see here what we got. Ho, ho. The entire crew escaped. Oh, we all escaped. Okay, now you see, Tommy, how it shows in there that I won 350 and you won 350. Also, right there. Now, Before, if you remember, when we went on heists, like you would always get more than the rest of us. And because I went in and looked at heists, how it was set up to pay out, if you were an ordinary person that just views my live streams, you would get X amount of dollars. If you are a moderator, you get X amount of dollars, a little more than a regular viewer. And if you were there's three of them, like some kind of a super user or something, I don't know, you would get more. But anyways, the reason you were getting more before is because you were a moderator. And I had moderators bumped up to another 5% more money or something. So that's why now the reason you're getting the same as me now is because I'm the person that runs this or owns it. I don't really care about mine, but everyone will get the same amount now, whether you're moderator or not. I thought that was that's cool that moderators would get more money, but I took it away. Yeah, I took it away. I took away the extra 5% more that moderators get. And that's the only place it uses that in the heist. In the gamble and all those other things, that's not in there. But in the heist one, when you go heist, in that one there, everybody makes the same amount of money if they win. It used to have moderators would make 5% more. And I mean, 5% more of whatever you do isn't much. Like you would have got 400 there or something instead of 350 if the thing was on there. So it's still the same. I mean, we are the same. So, and what would be nice if I had some way of, if you wanted to kind of view all the stuff that's in the store to redeem, all you'd have to do is type something in, like store, exclamation point store or something, and it would show you all the articles in the store. I know you can go to that Nomadic Vanman.live website and see that stuff, but when you're in here, then you got to go somewhere else. I like things simple. I see, what's his name, put up his first live stream video. It's been on YouTube for many years. Static Camper Van, Scott. I've met him several times in Vancouver, and he hasn't been back to Vancouver for maybe 3 years or more. Oh. Okay, how come you lost somebody there? You got a heart? A heart? Okay, you got 2 heart pulses and a sparkling 2 heart pulses. That should be a payout. 2 heart pulses. Let me have a look here. That would be under gamble. I'm going to have to change that one. Modules. Okay, let me look at gamble. No, that's under slots. Sorry. Slots, preferences. Okay. 2 heartbeats. Okay, here we go. 2 heartbeats at the end. Heart pulse. Sparkling heart. Let me just see what you got here. You got a sparkling heart and a heart pulse and a heart pulse. Okay, so let me add one then. a sparkling heart, a heart pulse, and a heart pulse. There we go. And the multiplier will be 1. Okay, that one that you just lost on, I bumped it up so that you can win on it on that if you get that same roll. That should be a winner because there's two the same on there. Heart pulse, heart pulse. I made everything. You get 3 of a kind, bang. You get, I think, twice your money. If you get a pair and something else, you get 1 times your money. But the pair, like if it's 1, 2, and 3. If 1 and 2 are the same, 3 is different. You'll get if 1 is different and 2 or 3 are the same, then it's a different payout again. So I don't know, hard to explain, Tommy. But you've got a lot of money in there, and I'm slowly adding things that you could buy. So you might as well try to achieve something. I know you say it's just fun, but it would be nice if there's something you could buy that you didn't have to pay for. Like, I mean, the money that you're earning is free. And a $5 gift certificate at Amazon, I know it's not much. It's a token of my appreciation for sticking around and playing. Or you're going to check out the gamble. It didn't work for me. I have no idea why. I thought you gambled once before. Oh, there you go. It worked. A 9, though. Adventure. Oh, it's say there's where it said lost. Anywhere from 1 to 25, unfortunately, is losing. 26 and up to 100. So that's 75% that you can win something. I guess it doesn't matter. Even if you flip a coin, you got 50-50. 50% chance of winning, 50% chance of losing. Now, when you have 3 ways, then you got 1/3. Okay, now that gamble works. Let me just see why it didn't work for me. And I bumped that one. That was gamble 500 was max. Now it's only 200. Seems like, I mean, half of that, but you can gamble quickly. It's like 1 minute or something, and it's 75% chance of winning. So your odds are pretty good. You're going to make money. And like I said, I rolled a 43 and won 200. And what did you do? You got a Nomadic Vanman, skull and crossbone, and a heart. Oh, there you go. You got 3 of 3 that are completely different. But I think because it has a Nomadic Vanman as one of those on the wheel, you win. I think you got a cooldown period. Oh, 74 seconds yet. I must have made it 90 seconds in total, which is a minute and a half. Now I can change that amount, the cooldown period amount. But I can't put on there, see, it's telling you that the cooldown. Why can't it tell you you bet too much money? There's no, like if you bet 500, it should come back and tell you you can only bet 200 max, what have you. Yeah. So it does work without the S on the end. Oh, wait a minute. I might be able to change that part. Let's just try that. Slot 200. I think I can change it to make it say if there's no S on the end, still. No, I didn't put an S on there. If it doesn't do anything at all, then it needs the S. What do you know? It worked. Oh, I lost $200 though. So it does work without the S or the with or without the S. Let me have a look and see why. Combos, preferences, general, save settings. Okay, there's only Sparkling Heart, Heart Pulse, Skull and Crossbones, and a Nomadic Vanman to pick from. So there's only 4 things on a 3-sided wheel, on 3 wheels. There's 3 spinner wheels. It's only got 4 items on there on each wheel, so it should be easy. Combos. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say that I can put that on there without the S. It's funny. Sometimes it's important. You got a spelling has got to be correct, and sometimes not. Yeah, slots are something that I don't program. It's something that's part of the Streamlabs. So I can change only certain things, but I can't put it in there more than once. Like it's already in there by default. But there are other things in there, like not part of the games, not heist, not slot, not gamble, none of those. When I do my own, like the redeem, and then a thing. Now let's just say I go redeem Amazon gift card. Those 3 words. Now if you put in redeem Amazon gift cards with an S on the end, I can go in and program it and say if you say the word card, it'll give it to you. If you put the word cards with an S on the end, it'll still give it to you. But I can tell it to do that. It just doesn't automatically. If you put in card without an S, it won't give it to you. You have to spell it correctly. But I can give it an alias that, hey, if you're spelling it like this, like not heist, but example heist, exclamation point, HEIST. I can't, but I should be able to go in and say exclamation point HIEST, and you'll still be able to heist because you didn't spell it correctly, but it's so close that who cares? But you have to specify. Okay. 33, count them, degrees in here today again. It's been over 30 in here for days. And I've been, where do you go? I can't go too far. I mean, how many hundreds of miles you have to drive before the weather changes? And it's all across Canada this way. So I can't get away from the hot. Hang on. Just wondering if you guys have ever seen these before. This is 100% real potatoes, and they're called Golden Grill hash browns. They're in a little tiny container like this. And I put up my hand beside it. You see how big that is? Not big. And then you fill it up to this line here, this dashed line there, with hot water. And then you leave it sit for 12 minutes. So you set this down, leave it sit with hot water for 12 minutes. If you want the potatoes more not so crispy, then you leave it for like 15 minutes. So after 12 minutes, there's no more moist water in here. It's all the potatoes have soaked it all up. And then you put it in a frying pan. This little box makes enough here for like 6 to 8 people. Amazing size. So I did half. I took half the potatoes out, put it in another one, and then filled it up, half of it with water again, and ate that. And that was still like half is like twice as much for one person. So there's like 4 to 6, at least 4 to 6 servings in here. Very good. Real potatoes, though, too. You thought Canada would be cooler than down here. Oh, yeah? You think because we're farther north, we got cold, eh? There are some places in the U.S. that are way colder than Canada, even all year long. But yeah, you would seem we're higher up on the globe there that we're cooler, but not so. Wayne and everyone here, hello, Brene. I may have to try and find something like that. I got this from Costco. That's the only place I've ever found it. So if you have a Costco there, that's where you can find these. And the nice thing about this is they're like freeze dried. They keep. Is there an expiry date on here? There's probably not even an expiry date because they're dried. For softer hash browns, let it stand for 15 minutes. So you just add water to the full line and there you go. And let me tell you, gluten-free. But anyways, lots of hash browns, believe it or not. Way too much for one person in one thing. And let me just see here. Hi, Fairydust. Renee. How's your diabetes? Are you still having the awesome carb intake? Uh-oh. Bernays observant about something. Yeah, Tommy, these have a good long shelf life because there's no moisture in there at all. He is eating potatoes. Okay, I don't know what Renee meant there, but anyway. Okay, I think we all have different ideas on diabetes. If you have diabetes and you're trying different things, well, you know how it works. And I think everybody that has diabetes can be different. For me, I learned at the beginning carbs are what is not good for diabetics. Carbs. Now, then I followed somebody called Dr. McDougall. It's all about diabetes, and he can type 2 diabetes. I don't care whether you believe it or not, but type 2 diabetes you can cure. Type 1 is a different story. Type 2, you can cure diabetes. Now, people will say, no, you can never cure diabetes. So let's say you have diabetes. You take your readings and you're continuously over. You're a diabetic. Now you start eating the proper food. You do whatever it takes. You get your numbers. I know you can get your numbers down there by eating properly and taking medication if that's what's necessary. But then find that you won't be eating any carbs. You're trying to stay away from certain foods. But then I got a hold of Dr. McDougall, and he is completely opposite. You can cure type 2 diabetes, and that means if you eat properly and all of a sudden the doctor could take you off your medication, and you're not on any medication anymore, but you're keeping your diabetes in check by your eating habits, you are essentially cured. You're not taking any medication for diabetes. People that do not take pills for diabetes, it's not necessarily that you have to keep eating the right foods to keep you there. It's just if you don't have to take medications to keep your blood sugar down, neither does anybody else. So you'll be okay. I mentioned a while back that your doctors are amazed about you're able to eat carbs. Yeah. Now, if you look at Dr. McDougall, he is all about carbs. Potatoes, pasta, rice. Those three items right there are full of carbs, but they're full of the right carbs for you. There is such a thing as right carbs and wrong carbs. And the right carbs are the ones that take a long time to digest and make into sugar. The ones that are bad for you are the ones that take from carbs right into sugar like right away, and they're in long strings. The ones that are in short strings are the good ones. The ones that are in long strings are the bad ones because your body can't break them down as quick. He changed his diet and no longer has to take meds. I did that too. And I don't know, Brene, this is what my story was. That I losing weight I'm overweight again. Can't see my stomach. I have a big tummy. Now, if I could lose weight, that does a lot for diabetes. Losing weight. So the first time, cold turkey, no meat. No meat at all. No dairy and no eggs. That's part of it. So I thought, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'll do it. I'll cold turkey it. I did that. I lost 50 pounds in no time. I wasn't even trying to. As a matter of fact, I didn't exercise. His book, he says, don't bother exercising, because what's going to happen is if you start exercising and you go on this all natural plant-based diet, is you will want to eat more because you're exercising. Just go for your regular walks, whatever you do. So I walked back and forth to work, which was 3 blocks away, and I had to tighten up my belt. And I never thought about that, hey, I'm losing weight. I just tightened up my belt. I thought, oh, I got to go up another notch. A little more time went by, and I had to tighten up my belt again to the next notch. That's when I realized, what? I'm losing weight. And I wasn't exercising. I wasn't doing physical exercise at all. So I lost more than 50 pounds. Went to my doctor, and the doctor said that my doctor says, holy, the diabetic nurse says, what the heck have you been eating? You're one of our model patients here. We got to take pictures of you. You lost all that weight. The doctor takes me off all my medications for diabetes. I was taking 4 metformin a day, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. I'm taking that again. But anyways, he took me off completely. High blood pressure was still on it a little bit, but diabetes pills off completely. In a matter of, so then I was cured, and they wanted to take my picture, hang it on the wall, saying, "Here's one guy that's cured his diabetes. Just put your brain to it, and away you go." And what I was eating was potatoes, rice, pasta, and my plate was full. You can eat potatoes till they come out your ears. And I forget the picture of it. 30 grams of potatoes as opposed to 30 grams of some other kind of food that they showed. And they showed the picture of your stomach, and 30 grams of this one food would this is how much it fills you up. 30 grams of potatoes would fill your stomach overflow. And those carbs are the ones that are good for you. Now, I'm talking about potatoes with nothing on them. You have to like these kind of foods. And I do like potatoes and rice and pasta. Potatoes, no gravy. Whatever kind of potatoes you like, mashed potatoes. Don't use any oil. No gravy. You can make up your own gravy with this this plant-based diet. You can make up your own gravy. Now, I like that kind of food. Pasta with simple tomato sauce on it. No meat. I was doing real good until somebody said that, let's go for a burger. I know burgers are not good for you, but we went for one, and it tasted good. Fat and sugar tastes real good, especially fat. So that burger tasted real good. So weeks go by, I have another one. And then I eat other meat. And before you know it, I'm back on the regular fat diet as opposed to whole food plant-based diet. I only eat veggie cows. So my friends here some of them are disgusted with that diet, a whole food plant-based diet. I told them, no dairy, no meat, no eggs. Well, they said, well, where do you get your protein if you don't eat meat? Where do you get your protein from? I said, well, does meat have protein? I know that it does. They said, well, of course, that's how you're going to get your protein. I said, where does a cow get his protein from? He gets it from grass. He gets it from vegetables. It's like vegetation. That's right, Daryl. Cows are plant-based. That's all they eat. You don't feed them meat. So, and I can get protein from lots of places. As a matter of fact, when you have a whole food plant-based diet, you get all the requirements that you need for all your vitamins, your minerals, or whatever, especially like nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is good to have on your cereal, put it on your potatoes. It's good for a lot of places. Nutritional yeast is loaded full of protein. So you got enough right there. It's unfortunate that for a type 2 diabetic, meat in general, I know cows are good for protein, and I love the taste of meat. I just had a steak the other night, barbecued right out here. But for a diabetic, well, as far as Dr. McDougall is concerned, anyways, I think it's probably, I don't know what it is in meat. Is it the fat that he doesn't like in the meat? I don't know why it is, but no meat, no dairy, and no eggs. Yeah, well, according to the Bible, in the Old Testament, pork was a no. You don't eat pork. That was an unclean animal. And then in the New Testament, it even says in the New Testament, a lot of foods that you couldn't eat in the Old Testament are now you can eat pork in the New Testament. It somewhere that I just read about meats and stuff and foods that were in the Old Testament frowned upon, and in the New Testament you can now eat. But pork was considered like an unclean meat. I don't know why, because they just rummaged around in the. I don't know what the difference between I mean, because they got their nose in the dirt as opposed to a cow or a sheep. Okay, there you go, Renee. Yeah, you're probably right. There you go. Oh, and that's another thing. When I went on this plant-based diet, and my diabetic nurse, she was like, amazed. She says, "How did you do that?" And I said, "I'm eating everything you told me not to eat. Don't eat potatoes. Don't eat all those carbs. You're going to have too many carbs." Well, how come it worked for me? But anyways, animals, maybe that is the cholesterol part, but all my numbers, my cholesterols, all of them were almost perfect, except for one, and that was potassium. She says, "Eat more bananas." I can eat more bananas, or I can get potassium some other way. I don't. I do take a vitamin, magnesium, I think it is, that I take, trying for like cramping and stuff. My legs are cramp up at night. I don't know how to deal with that, but I'm still off the wagon as far as my diabetes goes. I'm not doing it properly for me, for myself either. And I don't tell anyone else to do what I do, because I don't want to tell anyone how to do their diet. If you would like to try this kind of diet, go for it. It's a Dr. McDougall. Look him up. Uh, a whole food plant-based diet. Um, the thing is, if you study the people from the world from centuries ago, back in the day when before McDonald's came along, China, Japan, rice. That's what they ate. White rice, not brown rice, white rice. There was no fat people. You have the odd ones. There's no fat people. That's what they lived on. Starch. Then you go to Russia, potatoes, starch. Then you go to like Mayans. They have corn, starch. Who was it that invented pasta? Chinese? Pasta, starch, and lots of carbohydrates, but the right kind for you. Um, that's the big point. Now, you could, I don't know, we don't want to get into doing other things, I suppose, because why are there 300 or 400 different diets in the world? If one worked for everybody, there would be one. So this diet is, and Dr. McDougall doesn't even like to call it a diet. It's just a lifestyle, and they're all probably a lifestyle. And this one here is kind of easy to go on because, well, it might be hard to give up meat, eggs, milk, dairy, like, and eat just the things that he says, like, oh, there's one guy in Australia who ate potatoes of different kinds 3 times a day, every day for a year, 365 days. He went to the doctor after this, and he was in absolutely perfect health, lost all of his weight. And I don't know, I just can't speak enough about it. I have his book, one of his books. It's got recipes in there. Um, it's not that hard. It's not as like costly as some diets go, where it's it just costs you an arm and a leg to keep up. This one is not. It's, yeah, vegetable, and even not so much fruit. Fruit is too sweet. Some fruit, um, too sweet for a diabetic. Too much sugar. But anyways, that's my deal. I fell off the wagon, and as a matter of fact, I had a hamburger yesterday. So there you go. Does everybody remember a cartoon character from Popeye? His name was Wimpy. Remember Wimpy? His saying was, what was his saying? Type it in real quickly. Wimpy from Popeye. he would say, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. And then I got these sea salt and black pepper cashews. Boy, at the bottom, they're really peppery. Just all the pepper shakes off, goes to the bottom. Well, guys, I do appreciate everyone for stopping in. I don't know if you're all still in the house or who's in the house. My numbers don't tell me correctly. But I know that all animal, maybe I read this, food, chicken, turkey, and beef and pork, etc. is, oh, okay, the cholesterol. And yes, if you think beef is better than chicken or this is better than that, they're all it's not just necessarily taking the skin off the chicken. It's the chicken itself. It's got, I don't know. I did have chicken a couple days ago too. So as a matter of fact, I might go get some chicken nuggets today. I have some little cards for free chicken nuggets if you get yourself a soda drink, a fountain. I can't seem to have a meal without some kind of meat. I used to work at the sewing store for 25 years, just retired from there. One girl that worked there, that's what they had, big meat every meal, morning, noon, and night. Then her next job, she was a kleptomaniac. She would steal stuff. She knew it. I knew it. The boss knew it. It just, I don't know. She just couldn't stop. So then her next job, I seen she worked at a butcher shop, and I figured, she's a kleptomaniac. She's going to be taking a lot of meat home. 3 meals a day, or as many times as she would eat, they had to have meat. And the thing is, for diabetes, meat's not good for you. And if diabetics tried to get rid of meat out of the world, impossible. The beef industry is multi-trillion dollar. You'd never get rid of beef. Yeah, and it's pretty hard to think of to make something to eat without a meat product in it of some sort, or a dairy product, or a eggs. Eggs are not dairy, but you shouldn't have eggs either. I think it's the yolk that has the cholesterol stuff. An egg packs a big punch for such a little thing. It's got everything in it. Oh, Bernice says that's right. Oh, I must have missed what was. Oh, Daryl was in. He must have popped out. Of course, my numbers are weird. All right, guys. Well, I can see Brene and I can see Tommy, I think, is still in here, but it shows 1. Anyways, guys, I didn't come on at 12 like I think I had said I was going to be. I don't know if you had a notification for 12 and maybe came by and looked and say, hey, where did Wayne go? I got on at 1 o'clock. So, and it's been 2 hours now. So it's almost, yeah, right. Pretty close to 1. And it's pretty close to 3 now. So. All right, Tommy. Bernie. Daryl. Who else? Michael, that was in. I don't know. Michael was in. John Chalker was in for a little while. I guess I can't hold people's retention for too long. They all disappear. Enjoy the rest of your day too, there, Tommy. I see a nap in my near future. Have a great day, everyone. All right, and Michael was on, and it still reminds me, you guys that are in here right now, if nobody has told you they loved you today, let me be the first. I love all my brothers and my sisters. Love yous all. Come by next Sunday for a live, I hope. And I hope we have a couple of videos out this week, this week. I haven't been too good with it lately, but all right, guys. Love yous all. Stay awesome. Be kind. Stay nomadic outlaws. We'll catch you guys next Sunday. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for playing. Be cool.